How Aliko Dangote developed a billionaire mindset. Imagine waking up tomorrow with no money, no mansion, no private jet, no billion-dollar company. Everything you've worked for is gone. Would you be able to build it all again? Most people would say no, but a billionaire would probably say, "Give me a few years." Why? Because billionaires understand something most people never discover. Money is a result. Mindset is the cause. The world sees Aliko Dangote as Africa's richest man. They see the factories, the cement empire, the sugar refineries, the billion-dollar investments. But very few people ask the question that truly matters. How did he develop the mindset capable of creating all of that? Because before you become a billionaire, you first become the kind of person who can think like one. And that's exactly what this documentary is about. Not just what Aliko Dangote did, but how he trained himself to think differently. Because if you can change the way you think, you can change the direction of your life. Stay with me until the end, because you'll discover the habits, principles, and decisions that helped shape one of Africa's greatest business minds, and how you can begin applying those lessons to your own journey. Welcome to Promise Invests, where we explore wealth creation, entrepreneurship, investing, financial freedom, and the success principles behind some of the world's greatest entrepreneurs. If you're serious about building wealth, you're in the right place. Now, let's go back to where it all began. Success begins long before money. One of the biggest myths about wealth is that people become rich because they have money. History tells a different story. Money doesn't create great entrepreneurs. Great entrepreneurs create money. Long before Aliko Dangote built billion-dollar companies, he was building something far more valuable: his thinking. Every successful business begins as an idea. Every investment begins as a decision. Every fortune begins with a mindset. That's why two people can start with the same opportunities, yet end up living completely different lives. The difference isn't always intelligence. It isn't always education. It isn't even luck. Very often, it's perspective. The way one person sees problems is completely different from the way another person sees opportunities. Dangote learned this lesson early. Growing up, where business was a way of life. Aliko Dangote was born in Kano, one of West Africa's historic commercial centers. For generations, Kano has been a city of traders, merchants, manufacturers, and entrepreneurs. Business wasn't something that happened occasionally. It was part of everyday life. Markets buzzed with activity. Goods arrived from across Nigeria and beyond. Deals were negotiated daily. Children grew up watching commerce happen in real time. In this environment, Dangote was exposed to a culture where business was respected, discussed, and understood. That environment didn't guarantee success, but it encouraged curiosity. He saw that wealth wasn't created overnight. It came from understanding markets, building trust, and consistently delivering value. Learning to observe. Most people look. Few people truly observe. Observation became one of Dangote's greatest strengths. Instead of only seeing products, he saw supply chains. Instead of seeing customers, he saw demand. Instead of seeing today's sale, he imagined tomorrow's opportunity. This ability to notice patterns is common among many successful entrepreneurs. They ask different questions. Why is this product in demand? Who supplies it? What problem does it solve? Can the process be improved? Every answer reveals a new opportunity. Thinking bigger than the present. Many people focus only on today's income. Billionaire thinking looks much further ahead. Imagine planting a tree. you won't enjoy its shade tomorrow. But if you care for it consistently, it may provide value for decades. Business works in much the same way. Dangote's career reflected this long-term perspective. Rather than chasing quick wins, he concentrated on building businesses around products people would continue to need: cement, sugar, flour, and other essentials. That approach required patience. Real wealth often grows slowly before it grows dramatically. Opportunity looks different to different people. Picture two people standing in front of the same busy market. One sees traffic. The other sees customers. One sees competition. The other sees opportunity. The market hasn't changed. Only the mindset has. This principle appears repeatedly throughout the stories of successful entrepreneurs. They train themselves to ask, "What value can I create here?" That question can change the course of a career. The foundation of a billionaire mindset. While every entrepreneur's path is unique, several principles consistently appear in the journeys of long-term business builders. They stay curious and keep learning. They think beyond immediate rewards. They focus on solving real problems. They build credibility and trust. They reinvest in growth instead of chasing status. They remain disciplined even when success is slow. These aren't shortcuts. They're habits. And habits repeated over many years can produce extraordinary results. The billionaire mindset wasn't created in a single day. It developed through years of learning, observing, making decisions, and staying committed to long-term goals. But one question remains. How did Aliko Dangote transform those early lessons into real business success? How did he move from thinking like an entrepreneur to becoming one? In my next video, we'll explore the early decisions that helped shape his business career and the mindset behind them, revealing practical lessons that aspiring entrepreneurs can apply in their own lives.